Welcome to another edition of Meet the Cardinals, the opportunity we have to talk to the Cardinal Stars, talk about their on- and off-court exploits. Jocelyn Cox joins us from all the way in 9 Mile Falls. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing awesome. Let's talk a little bit about your game. The transition from high school to college for a lot of people sometimes is difficult. It's eye-opening. It's difficult. It's easy. Where do you fall in?
Well, in high school, I was a post player. Like, my whole life, I was actually a post player. So the transition from being a post to a guard from high school to college was definitely a really big jump for me that I wasn't expecting. But I am loving it, so it's great.
Talk about the transition coming to North Idaho College. A lot of times players are on an AAU team and they get to know a little bit about that type of situation. They learn about a coach or a program or a friend of a friend and that type of thing. What was your situation?
Well, with North Idaho, they saw me at an all-star game in the springtime, and that's the only opportunity I got to talk to them. But for club, I played on a different club team each high school season, so that was a pretty good experience to get open exposure to a bunch of different schools, but this one was just the best fit for me.
So what was the fit for you as it relates to playing guard, and then here you are at 5'9", 5'10"? Yeah, we're pretty close. You wish you were...
I'm 5'7" and 3/4".
Oh, so in other words, they give you an inch or so on the program?
Exactly.
Yeah, well, I'm 6'3".
Yeah.
And I look like Tom Selleck. That was in a different life. But did you have to work on some things? Did they tell you needed to work on some things to get into the position you are? Specifically, what were they talking about?
Ball handling is a really big thing for me because post, you take one dribble and you turn and you shoot it. And so ball handling was my biggest thing, and then outside shooting, because post player, you're in the key, you're not really shooting outside. But those two things were the biggest and things I'm still working on today. So
the biggest difference between high school and, say, junior college level, and it's funny, and you can tell me if you get the same answer that I get, they say the speed is so much faster.
Yeah, it's crazy fast. It's different going from high school to club and then club to college. It just is exponential in the speed.
Plus, you have to do your own homework.
Yeah, homework. Well, we're on break right now, so haven't had to do that, so it's pretty nice.
Well, that's awesome. All right. So in the beginning, you're a little bit hesitant, but I've noticed as the season goes on and on and on, you're getting a lot more confident in your game. Is that the case?
Yeah. I used to start for high school, and coming off the bench, I never really knew what kind of energy or what was expected of me, but after the first couple of games, I figured out what I needed to do, and I relaxed, and it really helped my game a lot.
I think your shot is coming along a lot better, too. Are you feeling more comfortable with your shot?
Yeah, I've been practicing that a lot, and I want to be able to get to the shooting quality as Ebony and the other guards out there.
And so who's your go-to player on your team as a teammate for advice and that type of thing?
For schooling or for on the court?
For on the court stuff.
I'd say Mace or Mon because they're in my house, and so it's really easy to go and talk to them.
And they're sophomores too, so they've been there, done that.
Yeah, they're experienced.
So what was your thought on a couple of the first road trips? 14, 15 hours on a bus. How'd that go over?
That was very long. It was great because I got to sleep on the floor, which was really nice, but it was a very, very long trip.
You got floor space?
I did.
You're only a freshman.
Well, the boys put their feet over top of me, so I guess it kind of made up for it.
Yeah, it's easier to go sleep over the top when you're 6'7". All right, let's talk about some of the off-the-court stuff. All right, 9 Mile Falls, Lakeside High School. If somebody was to ask, what about this Jocelyn Cox gal what would they say, memories from you in high school? What would they say about you?
I was pretty loud, and I was in ASB, so I got to go in front of the whole school and do a bunch of pretty, embarrassing, quirky stuff. So being comfortable and outgoing in front of a bunch of people is probably...
Public speaking was good?
Yeah, yep.
For some people, that's frightening.
It was at first, but you can get over it once you talk a couple of times in front of 500 people. So
I always kid Shelby. I says, Shelby, you need to open up a little more.
Yeah, she's quiet.
She's quiet gal. So public speaking, politics, maybe? Associated Student Body, no?
No, not here. I'm just really trying to focus on basketball here, but if the opportunity comes and it's needed, then maybe.
Maybe down the road, what would be, obviously you want to go to a four-year college after here. What would be your study and the focus as it relates to studies?
Physical therapy. I've wanted to do that since the 6th grade, so it's...
You know what? I've got this elbow of mine that's really
Well,
sore.
Randy's down there. You can go talk to Randy.
I'm looking for a free medical advice here. All right. Hobbies?
I like drawing. I'm pretty artistic because I'm left-handed, and left-handed people tend to be more artsy, but
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Was that something you just made up, or did you read that?
No, I did not make that up.
Studies have proven?
Maybe.
Maybe, okay.
The left-handed studies,
so,
yeah.
what kind of things do you like to draw? Animals?
Yeah, animals are something that I find more interesting to draw rather than, like, structures and buildings and stuff like that.
So you have a pet?
I have 3 dogs. One is a little wiener dog. His name's Oscar. And then I have 2 bigger dogs named Zeus and Dudley, and they live outside.
And live outside. What kind of dogs are they?
They're a Bloodhound, Weimaraner, and then a Boxer and Brittany Spaniel mix.
I had a Weimaraner when I was a kid. Yeah, I love the
so loud. At 3 in the morning, he just wails and wails, and it's so loud.
All right. A wailing dog. I don't know about that one. All right. Best thing that you wish you could eat on the road, but Coach won't let you?
Oh, my gosh. There's so many things. Probably lemonade, like something other than water would be really nice for a drink, but ribs is like my all-time favorite food, and that'd be amazing to eat it, but that's out of our limit. So
you mean you couldn't join me in the hot fudge ice cream line?
Dessert would be great too, but gotta keep those bodies healthy.
All right, fantastic. So we always give folks an opportunity to a shout out to your family and friends, no matter where they might be in World Wide Web. What would you like to say, or who would you like to say to?
Well, most of my family comes to the games already, so I'll see you guys in a little bit. But my dad, who lives in Kentucky, I just want to say hi and I love you.
And Mom, after the game, she'll bring you her laundry that she didn't give you earlier.
Yeah.
Is that how that works?
Yep, exactly.
All right. Jocelyn Cook-Cox, another edition of Meet the Cardinals.